So Michele, just over 2 years ago, you participated in the first ever Mythic Voyage without the use of ayahuasca. And how did you hear about the workshop?
My daughter is part of it in Peru, and she came home to Saskatoon to visit us, and she suggested that her dad and I go to the Mythic Voyage that was coming to Canada in Revelstoke.
And you were excited about it at the time, or how were you feeling?
I really wanted to go, especially to find out what it was all about that you were involved in, and but your dad was not interested at all. Thank you. No, but you pushed me and said, "Mom, it doesn't matter if Dad wants to go, you should go." So I did. Signed up.
Yeah. And before you signed up, how was your life? What was your life like now that you are where you are and you look back?
Yeah, I thought I was happy, but I knew something was wrong, and your dad was getting more and more miserable and pulling away, and so I came to the Mythic Voyage. You said you had to come with an intention, so my intention was how to improve my marriage. I was in hell because as soon as I walked in, Mika's zeroed in on me and told me I didn't know. I made a comment like, you know, I don't know a lot of what's going on, and he said, "You don't know enough," right away. And I looked at him like, "What are you talking about?" He said, "What time did you leave Saskatoon the last morning to come here?" And I said, 8 o'clock in the morning. And he said, this text came from your daughter to me 4 hours after you left. And he read it to me. And I fell on my knees. I had no idea what was happening, and it just all hit me in that moment. And so it wasn't a good experience being there, but I truly believe it saved my life, me being there, because if I would have found out anywhere else, I don't know what I would have done. So anyway, I believe that the Mythic Voyage came to Canada for me, and I'm so thankful to them for that.
And so the workshop was 2 weeks, and you connected with a lot of other people. Did you ever feel like that around people before, the way that you were feeling them? And can you tell me a little bit about that?
That I was in a safe cocoon. Everybody loved me and wanted the best for me. If somebody would have told me 2 years ago that I would be living in Kelowna, working at a winery, pouring wine, singing at wineries and at piano bars, and have a boyfriend, I would have thought they were nuts. So I'm very proud of myself, what I've accomplished. I came to Kelowna. It was suggested I move away from the city that I was born and raised, and I have 2 of my kids live, and my mom, to a completely new place where I knew no one. So right now I am living the best life that I could ever dream of. My kids come here to visit. I'm closer to my kids now than I've ever been before. They always thought their dad was their hero, and I was just the mom. And now they all tell me that I'm their superhero, and they're all so proud of me. And I'm proud of myself too. And I love my life right now, and my daughter's here visiting from Peru and suggested we do this because she feels I look so good, and I also lost, Mika's told me I didn't have to change anything about my appearance, but when I got here he suggested I join a gym just so that I would feel better about myself. And I did that, and yeah, I've lost weight, and everybody just is, that sees me now is just so impressed on how I look and how much younger I look too. And Jacqueline, my daughter, and I were on a hike yesterday, and we were taking a selfie together, and people came by and they said, "Are you sisters?" And I went, "Oh my God, that's never happened to me before." I feel that I have a light inside of me. I feel I found my voice here. I never really talked very much before because I wasn't the dominant one, and just let him take over all the conversations. Even when the kids phoned home, he would take over, and now I am the boss of me. And I found my voice, and I found that I can talk very, I talk to people in the winery, like I tell my stories. I think I'm funny. My son goes, "Mom, you think you're so funny?" I go, "I'm hilarious." But I just feel comfortable talking in front of people, and I love people, and my son said that too at his last visit. He said two things. He said, "Mom, I've never seen you happier." And he said, "Mom, you love people, and you genuinely love them and want to talk to them, and yeah, that's my life now." And just this morning getting ready, my phone was beeping all the time, and Jacqueline's going, "Mom, your social life," and yeah, it's all my friends, like it's Friday night, and so they're letting me know what the plans are for tonight, and it's just, my social life is just, I can't do it all. It's just awesome.
And I hear your 30-year-old daughter can't even keep up with you.
I wanted to go salsa dancing after dinner the other day, and we went, and she said, "Mom, I have to go home. I'm so tired." I go, "Come on, just an hour." She's 30, I'm 60. So yes, I can outdo my daughter. Yeah.
Could you ever have imagined that you would be living a life like this? When you think back to your life in Saskatoon, could you ever imagine that it could get this good?
Never, never. I've got so many friends, and I live in a beautiful place. And it's been stressful at times. It's been the hardest, like I said, 2 years of my life, struggling to start a new life, to meet new people, but I just kept going and going, and nothing could stop me. And I didn't want to be that person that just folded up and just wanted to feel sorry for myself and be a victim. And there was no way I was going to be a victim, and to start a singing career here where no one knows me, and I just kept pushing and pushing, and it's all happening, it's all coming true. And it was that stubbornness that didn't want to leave that life in Saskatoon, and I was so scared because I didn't even know how to pay a bill. I'm my own person and living a great life, thanks to Mika's and the Mythic Voyage, and my daughter, especially my daughter, for knowing I needed this and guiding me in the right direction.
So would you say that you faced your biggest fear, and was it worth it?
It was my biggest fear. People say, when they hear my story, people say I could have never done what you did. And I tell them, if I heard someone else tell the story, I would say the same thing. I could never do what you did. But I did it. And I'm doing it.
And so for anyone who's watching this video right now and is interested in taking a workshop, do you have any advice for them?
Yes. Yes. If, my daughter's encouraging me to come to another workshop, but of course I'm nervous because the first one was the hardest thing I've ever had to do. So she said, Mom, the next one is going to be working on more of how to improve your life to be happy. So everybody has a story, and everyone can improve their life in some way or another. And if you can, doesn't matter if you think you're happy, if you're stuck, if anywhere in your life that you are, this could only help you. And if you're thinking of going to Hawaii or Mexico, like, do this first. Put this on your priority list and get there any way you can. And they do move around. You don't have to go to Peru. They do go different places that might be easier. And yes, make it a priority in your life, and you will never, never regret it. Never. It still remains hard, but it's really worth it. If I would have stayed there, my life would have stayed the same. And no, this is so much better. This is so much better, and it took a lot of hard work, and there's still a hard work ahead, but I'm loving life. Thank you.
It's all you, baby.